There are only two types of movie reviews I do now. One is looking at the new Netflix original movies coming out and trying not to cry when I see what horrifically basic thing they've thought of next. And the other is looking at the trending page on Netflix to see what films from a few years back have meandered onto the platform and are getting a new surge in popularity. Honestly, I'm not sure which one I fear more, because usually the films Netflix brings on are ones that are either absolute trash or trashy big budget affairs. This is obviously the latter, but to be fair, I saw the Meg when it came out in cinemas. I knew what to expect going in, and I found it pretty good. Reasonably enjoyable, you know, I had nothing to complain about, really. If you don't know, the Meg is, as many films these days are, insert Fast and Furious franchise star takes on insert giant monster name here in several big budget CGI action sequences, each more elaborately expensive and ridiculous than the last. I could be talking about so many films there. This one is Jason Statham. He's the only man that can rescue a submarine stranded so deep in the ocean that there'd be 20 Leviathan Reapers on their asses if this was Subnautica. But he's retired, he's out of the game, after a dark incident in his past where he lost people on a rescue mission that was that far down. Fortunately, he's not a mess when they go find him to bring him back. He's clean shaven, he's been keeping well, keeping up with world events and the work of these doctors, you know. This guy's, he's pretty darn merry suit out. You know, you don't really think about it because everything he tries to do in the film is to do with water stuff, and he's a water stuff guy. So you're like, oh, well, that's fine then. But, you know, he comes with them to the Super Saiyan version of an underwater research lab, and they save the people, but whoops, science mumbo-jumbo means that when they come back from deep underwater, they bring this megalodon with them, because those things can still live that deep in the ocean modern day, because it's so deep. Of course, science, bitch! So now they've got to take it down before it eats every single character that you cannot name. Although, to be fair, I watched it like 2 days ago, and I honestly can't even remember Jason Statham's character name, so that's... Yeah. Anyway, they kill the Meg, and then there's a bigger one that comes and oh, no way, there's an even bigger... No, what? How did they miss the fact that two of these huge creatures came back up with the level of tracking technology that they have available to them? Shut up! Here is my woman review for the Meg. Honestly, see, this time I went back to watch it again, and I went in with higher, more reasonable expectations, okay? They weren't so tragically low that it couldn't fail to hit them, you know? But it still didn't really disappoint me. I still found it enjoyable enough, something that I could stick on and just kind of go, you know, pleasant. It's just pleasant, I think, you know, it is just a pleasant film. It's pretty dumb. It feels both sanitized for families to be able to watch in a way, and yet there's too much blood and gore and stuff still, I think, for a lot of younger viewers. So I don't quite know what they were aiming for with this, but it did just end up being a pleasant kind of one of these films that, you know, doesn't take itself seriously enough for us to care that it is in fact a dinosaur they're fighting, really. I'm giving Jurassic Shark 67 out of 100. You know, it's enjoyable, it's dumb. It's the kind of thing that I could, like, stick on again in, like, a week's time in the background while I'm doing something else and not complain, you know? It's not something I'm ever gonna love, but, you know, watch it anytime, really. And if you thought this review was pleasant, you might want to click on that subscribe button. See, I'm not saying a giant shark's going to eat you if you don't subscribe, but the possibility's there, so you really want to take that chance. I mean, it's just one button click, pretty easy. Do it.